Hi, welcome back to the garden. Glad you stopped by. Today is Wednesday, March 9th. It warmed up nicely today. It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow evening. Have an inch or two by Friday morning. So what do we do at my house? We're going to sneak some potatoes in the ground. Come on, let's plant. Now, if you remember the last time we planted, we put a border of onions right here. That way we could separate each hill. That way we knew when it went in. And just like everything that you're going to plant in the deep mulch, you pull your mulch back down to bare soil. We're going to go ahead and put in some Pontiac Reds. Think a couple rows. And then just like with the rest of it, you just put your mulch back over it. And there you go. And that's all you got to do to put potatoes in a deep mulch garden. I was asked by a viewer just the other day what kind of trees I had around my garden. He thought they looked like oak. He was worried I was putting too much acid on the garden. I'm going to fall back on my standard answer. And that's Ruth's stout answer. How much mulch do you put down? More. What do you use? Organic matter. But here in this deep mulch garden, we do not till anymore. We just lay it on top. We're feeding the life in the soil. Out of all the studying that I've been doing, it doesn't really matter what kind of organic matter you put on the surface, as long as you don't till it in. There's quite a few things that once you till it in, it binds up the nitrogen, or it does bring acidity to your soil. That we're using the mulch to feed the microbiology in the soil. I didn't want to just change the way I did things. I wanted to change the way I see things. And I really see this as a living food web. So the mulch we put on top, whatever the organic matter, feeds the micro life that's in the soil. And that micro life takes the host material, the rocks, the sand, silt, and clay, turns it into structure, releases the nutrients within it. The other microorganisms come by and eat that bacteria and fungus and makes those nutrients plant soluble. That way the plants can take it up. Then the plants, through sunlight and photosynthesis, make sugar. There's a big trade-off. There's a huge circle of life. I don't worry about the pH in the soil. All I worry about is making sure I have enough organic matter on top that we continue to feed the soil. I had another viewer ask whether or not I thought deep mulch would work in southwest Oklahoma. You know where they get more wind than rain? You know where the song came from? Don't worry, I'm not going to sing it. I think it would work perfect there. Obviously, if you're going to put down a lot of leaves, you're going to need something a little heavy on it. That's why I would suggest you put the wood chips over your leaves or your grass clippings. But I think it would work really well, and you'd be surprised. It holds in place pretty well once it gets established. That way you would be protecting the water that you do get. You'd be keeping the soil temperature regulated. You'd be feeding the life in the soil. And for what I'm seeing the last couple of years, that's what it's all about. So I hope that answers your question. If you'd like to see more about the living food web, click that link right there and I'll meet you back here in the garden. If you'd like to see more about compost and mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you back in the garden. And remember, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.